Alrighty, y'all, welcome back to the channel. Next step for us, the next big step is going to be the roof joists, but before we do that, we have to finish the sheathing on the outside of the house, finish doing a couple little things like the blocking in this front wall. The blocking up on the second floor needs to get done. So probably going to spend a day or two just knocking that stuff out. Then we're going to start working on the roof. Yeah, so today I'm working on some siding stuff. Probably gonna knock out a couple blocks and then maybe some fire foam around the rim board. Okay, we're in the man basket. We got a little makeshift holder for the sheets. So as we go up, we can just toss them right on the wall and put them up. Cut our access hole to the crawl space. We're gonna go down there and see how bad it is. Start doing some damage control. It's pouring rain. It's about as bad as we expected. It's about 2 inches of standing water down here, so we're gonna pump it out, dry it out, put some fans down here, run these humidifiers, start cleaning this place up. Okay guys, so we just worked on patching up the top plate on this wall, this rake wall. You can still see it's a little bowed kind of right there between like the king stud between the window and the door. Still a little bit bowed, but a lot better than that weird little like Hot Wheels track thing we had going on. So we're gonna run with that. We might have to shorten it a little bit on that king stud, just pull that down and maybe lag it down a couple times. It'll get a little bit better, but that's what we're gonna run with for now. We're gonna sheet the rest of that wall. We're gonna work on this wall as soon as we get all the lumber moved. That's gonna be a big task. And then we'll be sheeted after that. This is all done, all this, and the front is all completely done. So we're more than halfway done with the sheeting. It is a big task, but it'll add a lot of rigidity to the house. And then as soon as all that rigidity is added, we can start working on the roof joists and the roof deck, and then our ice and water shield, which I did end up getting shark skin ice and water shield because I was told it's like the best stuff for a snap block metal roof. And if we're going to invest all the money and the time into a snap block roof, we might as well have really good underlayment. So that's what we're doing. So we've hit our first pretty major roadblock, and we decided to put a rafter up here, or an I-joist, just to make sure that we were good on that slope. And as you can clearly see, we're not. So this is the rake wall that's messed up anyways. It has a hump and then it has a dip. So we have to, like, that rafter, that I-joist should be perfectly level with the rake wall as it goes out. And I think we did our math right, because it is 15 inches, and that's what we did. We held this one 15 inches above the rest of the walls. So this one should land pretty freaking close. So our solution is we are going to take this double top plate off of this wall, because we sheeted this wall about halfway up. So these studs shouldn't move too much. So we're gonna rip the double top plate off of this wall, and then we are going to cut every stud 3 inches lower than the top of that I-joist, so that when we go to add our double top plate, we should land perfectly level with that I-joist. That is our plan. It's a little rough, but that's what we gotta do. That's what we gotta do. So we're gonna do it. We're cutting the wall! We almost got all the studs cut. We're on the last one. It looks pretty bad, but it worked out pretty good. Okay, we're on the third wall of sheeting. We got all the sheets on. We're just routering out the door and the top there. And then we fixed this rake wall so it doesn't have that bow anymore. It's just gonna be a straight wall, which is nice, and it's perfect. It's perfectly in line with the joist, so it's good. It took a long time, but we got it done. Something that had to get done. Now it's done. Yippee! All right, so we are trying to figure out how we're gonna get our I-joist for our roof up on the roof, because we put one up there, but we carried it, and it was insane. We almost fell off a big ladder, and it was crazy. Anyway, so here's the plan. We're gonna bring an I-joist over to the forks, and we're gonna fork it up there and like kind of shoot it out. This wall here is 15 inches higher than the other walls, so we're gonna shoot it out above, then we're gonna go up the big ladder and then up this little ladder, and we're gonna pick it up and put it on the roof, and it should be a lot easier. Hopefully, that's the plan. That's what we're doing. Okay, so this plan didn't end up working at all. As you can see, like, there's an 8-foot difference between the low wall and the high wall. So if you get it close to the low wall, you're really low on the high wall, and then vice versa. So instead of doing that, we decided to pull the lift around the side of the house and then lift them up and kind of tilt over to bring those joists in on the low side, and then we just had some muscle bring it up to the high wall, and then we secured it with stop blocks, and we'll explain that more in the next clips. Alright, so let me explain what we're doing here. So this is a bevel cut on a 2x4 that we cut down to 3 inches. So this is going to go on the top and bottom walls, kind of where those rafters hit the wall. This is going to help hold those rafters at the correct angle and give us something solid to screw through down into the double top plate. So this is a little extra step. We didn't have to do it, but I thought that it would help us, and it ended up really working out. It was just a little bit sketchy on the table saw. Wouldn't recommend doing it, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, here's what we came up with. Here's our plan. So we're cutting our flush cut, what's it called? Plumb cut. Our plumb cut on the ends, and then we're putting a 3-inch block 2 foot down on the bottom, which when they're up there will stop it from sliding down, and we'll stop it with a 2 foot overhang. And then we're gonna load them all up on this half of the house, slide them over with the man basket, and set this half. Then we'll load the rest, and we'll set them back to, or front to back. And then after they're all set, then we'll go through on the other side and we'll plumb cut the other end with our little jig we made. And we got 15 here, there's gonna be 13 here, plus the one that's up there will get us exactly 29, which is how many we have. So that's the plan, that's what we're doing, working on it. We came up with this jig to cut our rafters for our fascia board. So you just set this on there, and then that's your exact angle. You draw it, and then it's cut in a way that you can use it as a guide for the saw also, which is pretty cool. You just throw your saw in there, and boom, now you got a guide. Perfect, easy.
.18-degree angle. Now you finish it off with a butter knife.
Okay, we got the first 5 loaded. He's gonna come right here, lift them up, tilt them in, and then we're all gonna scurry them along the roof up there. Okay, so right here we realized we made a really big mistake, and we ratchet strapped the joists to the basket, or not the basket, but the forks, and my brother did some cowboy shit to make it better, but I wouldn't recommend doing this. Definitely don't follow in our footsteps here. Careful, because if that front one flops over, it's probably flopping all the way over. She is a little floppy. Is that what you meant when you said it wouldn't fit? Oh, I thought you meant the other thing. No. I was like, no, it'll fit. It's fine. Oh yeah. Are you scared of heights?
Right in the sun.
Oh, the sun. All right. Okay. You ready? We're sliding. Okay. You're just making sure I don't fucking bite the dust here. Yeah, we're going all the way against that wall. Yeah, he probably needs to now. Give him the, like this. Yep, there you go. All the way. Okay. Oh, wait. Never mind. Set it. Yep. Hey, grab your bevel plate and slide it in. Here, have him take us down a little.
Go all the way to the wall?
I just want down. Good. Okay, and it slides. Oh yeah, it should slide all the way to the wall. And then it should slide forward. Not all the way to the end. It just slides in about halfway. Slide it to the wall snug, and then slide it out snug. It won't go flush to the wall. Just giving it something solid to sit on, you know? Temporary. This one's temporary. Should just be one. Then it should be enough for that one. And then we'll set the next one for real.
And you're doing it every stud? What's that one?
This one is supposed to be for this one, but we're setting it here because we need to lower. Look at that. We need to lower this wall.
Oh yeah.
Because it's supposed to be perfectly flush with that. So. Okay, ready? What?
Cage is gonna hit me.
Oh. There you go. Oh. Oh, that board. Good. I got it. Okay. All right. And tilt in. Okay, We got half of the joist set. Except for that last one. We're gonna use that last one to level out that rake wall, then we're gonna move it back. But all these other ones are set. Loaded 7 on there, 6 left on the ground. So we're gonna get these up, over, and then we're gonna put them on. Okay, so we're up here. We got all of our roof joists set. Perfectly level, beautiful. But our rake wall in the front is a little bit higher. It's not much, it's just a little bit higher. So we're taking the Sawzall and we're slicing this perfectly flush. That's gonna solve a lot of problems later. So it's a lot of work. My arms are cooked because we just lifted all these up and now I'm Sawzalling, and I can't tell you. My arms are cooked, but it's what we're doing. It's how we're fixing the problem. It's pretty good. I mean, look, you know, it's a little wibbly wobbly, but it's flush and that'll make the metal look good. So that's what we're doing. Okay, well guys, that's it. The end of day 31. So we didn't quite get it completely dried in, but we did get the roof on, well, the roof joists on, and we got the rake walls level with the roof joist. So next step is just blocking at 612 and 18 feet, and then maybe we're gonna block on the ends, not sure yet how we're gonna do that. Then we got roof deck, then we got shark skin, then we got metal. So another week and we'll have the metal on. Then we can zip tape, Tyvek, get this metal done. Another couple weeks for that. Then we'll be on to the interior, working on electric. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying the build series. I know I'm enjoying making the videos. It's a lot of work doing all this and making the videos, but it's worth it. If you guys aren't checking out the daily shorts, make sure you guys check those out. Thank you guys for the support. We'll see you on the next one. Peace out.